Hey, Andrew here. I just got access to Sora for like the pro level, and I'm playing around with it on a Saturday morning. There's my alarm for books and LinkedIn thought leader ads. So I'm going to put this little mini behind the scenes case study of some of the stuff I'm doing that I usually share in mastermind group with just anybody that wants to watch this, and give you a little tour. So if you want a great video about Sora, go. It's OpenAI's new prompt directly to video. Basically, it's a large video model. It's not a language model necessarily. It's using language to create video directly. Technical mumbo jumbo aside, Marquez Brownlee did a great video about it. And so I'm going to hit create on this and then show you what it's doing, how I'm doing it, and what I'm considering. So, of course, first thing you do when you get to once you create an account, you create your account with Sora, and you see this huge feed of all these kind of different videos that have been created with Sora, and you could look at any of them. You can also look at OpenAI's featured videos. So I saw this F1 video. I'm an F1 fan. So, of course, first thing I go do is I played a some loop feature, and then I also said, well, basically make that a McLaren car on the moon without saying McLaren car. I said orange. This one got pretty close. Now, Earth is way too close to the moon in these videos. Nonetheless, for advertising, I want mesmerizing, eye-catching stuff, so this is fine. Then, couldn't quite get it to do what I wanted here. I have a friend who has a company called Seed Spark, so I was trying to get it to illustrate a seed sparking. We didn't get past the water. Then I remixed this. Physics are hard, especially rocket science. It still didn't quite get. The car should be more black with light orange accents. With this one, we'll see what happens. It didn't get to, you'll see in a second here. Yeah, it just put it into a potted plant instead of going forward. Okay, but that's all just fun and games, right? Sure, you can make movies with this. You could play with it. You could go deep. We've got some other things we're working on deep. But what I did is I took normal ChatGPT over here on the right, and I took a PDF copy of my book, X Factor Optimization. And I said, so I have a favorite chapter in that book, Accurate But Wrong. And I said, hey, please read the chapter in my book about accurate but wrong and help me craft 3 ideas for a possible scene storyboard for a video to be generated by Sora. And so what I'm going to show you now are the videos it created. So Sora can you can just write a prompt, or you can click this button that says storyboard, and you basically describe it scene by scene. So I'll do the second one, and then I'll show you what came out of the first one while it's processing. So storyboard idea 2, the ladder against the wrong tree. Theme, effort versus focus. So I'll just plug this in. And I don't know if this is better to do this way or not. But then these are the seconds here. So like if you wanted a 15-second video, you place those some distance apart. And then I would do scene 3. Okay. Um, So I read these. So storyboard idea, the ladder against the wrong tree. Theme, effort versus focus. Scene 1, a worker climbing a tall ladder, counting each run meticulously. A voiceover emphasizes their speed and precisions. Run counted, 20. Scene 2. Now, Sora can't do voiceovers. I don't think it does actual like caption text on the screen, but that's okay. The camera pans out to reveal the ladder leaning against the wrong tree. The voiceover shifts to say, what happens when your data leads you astray? 3, a helper arrives at the map showing the correct tree nearby. A tagline appears, accurate metrics lead to scalable results, but only if they're the right ones. Okay, it's okay. We'll see what happens. So, we hit generate. Now we can go back to the queue. So this is interesting. I don't know why it created so many variants of this, but we can look at these one by one. And I guess in this case, oh, that's interesting. You would need to have some sort of, so it's kind of like going back in time with its ability to do text. The text on the video is getting kind of weird. That's closer to something that might matter. It's weird that that person in the passenger seat doesn't have legs. It's kind of crazy to see what it's creating. Like, neither. Wow. Okay. Accretion isn't enough. Okay. But there's concepts in here that could work. I think you might have to prompt a little more to get to something really good. But you see kind of what it produced. So you can download these, right? Um, I can download them with or without the watermark because I got a pro plan. I can download a GIF, and it created a whole bunch of these. Apparently, there's double steering wheels, and then you can actually go into this and tell it to remix it or change and make new videos. Or you can go edit the storyboard. So that's that. Now, while we were working, we tried this one. Hmm. It kind of got the metrics right. Rungs count. Yeah, the physics on this is kind of insane. Um, so apparently people only climb down ladders on the moon, and then they turn into. So here's the thing: as ad guide, this is like super duper trippy, um, and that might actually stop the scroll a little bit. That was like Inception-y. You would need a lot more. Um, you'd need a lot more sound and voiceover to make these visuals work. That's crazy. Okay, so that's a little bit of what I've got going on here. What I'm considering doing is plugging in more of these as posts to promote my book, X Factor Optimization. So if you want a copy of the book, it's for people that buy ads, and it is a concept about measurement that has helped us scale quite a bit. And I'm happy to give you a copy. Just comment on this video or DM me here, and I'll give you a copy. And yeah, I'm gonna try one more video, and I might try promoting more of these on LinkedIn. So let's see what happens here. Let's just do a prompt. I don't know if it'll just auto turn that into a storyboard correctly or not. Yeah, there you go. So when you write it in scenes like that, it'll build it as a storyboard. And then I'm doing these, you can do multiple variations of these. So this is in the mix. Didn't read this one. And you can see it's almost done. So I'll pause this. So the other prompt I gave ChatGPT was read the book, tell me other chapters you think might be good to use to generate Sora videos from. After reviewing, blah, blah. So it basically just went through every chapter. It didn't pick 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So I can take a look at this and say, make this a 5-scene storyboard for Sora, but don't give any instructions for on-screen text. Okay, this one's almost done. Oh, look.
Storyboard. Turning $1 into $2 with the magic slot machine. Scene 1, the game room of Matrix.
This got the quadrants correct. Let's see what happens here. It's close. Accurate but right. Accurate and but right. Accurate but wrong. Inaccurate but right. Accurate but right. It didn't quite get them right. Hmm. All right. Well, we'll see how this goes to promote my book and what it can do. Lastly, this gave me so I said turn this into a storyboard, turning $1 into 2 at the magic slot machine. Scene 1, the game room of metrics. Scene 2, discover the magic slot machine. Scene 3. All right, so let's give it one more try. I'll paste these in and hit go for you. Okay, so wrapping up here, it made several. I mean, it if nothing else, this gives you some good potential ideas. What I'm thinking I might do is follow Bryson DeChambeau's try to get a hole in one over his house video series and see like how many days, how many times of prompting this using my book it takes to get something actually good out of it, and maybe that'll be a series here. So this would be day 0. But you see, these are kind of interesting. It gives a good idea of going and putting money into different slot machines, wondering which one's going to work. It gets the text weird. Sometimes it's not weird. And then it does inspire you visually, though. I think I hit the button twice and it generated 2. To give you an idea, I'm like, wow, I burned through like a quarter of my credits pretty fast. So I think I accidentally hit the button twice, and that's why it generated those 8 versions of the video. But that's okay. So tell me what you think in the comments.